You could only misrepresent yourself to yourself and to others. Now you feel more honest but less certain. Now perhaps you feel more connected to yourself, but you will have fewer definitions by which to live. This is a time not to make a great many decisions. This is a time to remain open and maintain a simple life, simple employment and simple involvements. This is the time to stay out of a primary relationship if you are single. This is a time to refrain from changing a primary relationship if you are in one. This is a time of internal reevaluation. But it is not a mental process. As you wander around, or seemingly so, you will actually find over time that you are following a certain direction and that there are certain clues along the way and little guides and things that are helping you. Though your way is still ill-defined and seemingly incomprehensible, you are actually moving in a certain direction. The mistake that people make here is that they try to bring their ambitions into the situation. Now they think that they are going to achieve spiritual heights. Now they think that they are going to have spiritual relationships. Now they think that they are going to have spiritual wealth, spiritual power and spiritual prestige. When this happens, people redefine themselves all over again and are lost. Now they are doubly lost, for they think they are doing something very genuine when in fact they are just acting out their ambitions once again. It is more difficult now to recognize this because everything can seem very edifying. But it is no different from the person who is out to make $1 million. It just looks more edifying, and so it is more difficult to realize it is but another form of self-deception. If you can keep ambition at bay and remain in a state of unknowing and uncertainty, then your way will be revealed, and you will slowly follow it. As you continue, you will recognize that you are following a certain direction and that you are going there for purposes that you can experience even if you cannot yet define them. You will also realize that you are not traveling alone, for companions will come to join you. If you can refrain from ambition and self-definition here, then you will move more powerfully, and knowledge within you will increasingly become a source of guidance, inspiration and protection that you can experience. Without your attempt to harness and direct your life, knowledge will emerge. This doesn't mean you are being weak or passive. It simply means that you are attending to something greater. Here you take your former self-determination and apply it to your desire to have knowledge and to live a life of greater truth. That is the commitment. If this is being followed honestly and sincerely and if you are willing to work for it, then you will be able to generate sufficient energy to move forward on the path of knowledge. During this transitional time, everything becomes redefined. Yet, many things don't become defined for a long time. This is a period when you must find freedom from your own self-definitions, which is a very real kind of freedom. You must become free of all your beliefs and assumptions about the world and about other people and free of all the judgments and grievances that attend them. This is a freedom you can experience. Only here, once you have traveled sufficiently in this direction, can you begin to really see that ambition is a form of personal hell for people. Whether they win or lose in their great pursuits, there is little joy, little empathy with life, little affinity with others, and little satisfaction. It all comes to look very tragic. As you travel in the greater community way of knowledge, you will see, particularly in the lives of others who inspire you, that great things are achieved when people are allowing a greater knowledge to emerge within them and are combining that with practical skills in their field of endeavor. This produces something of lasting value. Their activity consumed them, but in a different way. You see that sometimes they achieved some rewards and recognition for their accomplishments, but often they did not. They were following something else. They were participating in a greater reality to achieve something. Sometimes they produced things of practical value. Sometimes they produced only mystery. Their personal goals were not the driving force. Their desire to do something, be something and have something was not where their power came from. That is not why they were engaged. Yes, in most cases some of their own personal ambitions were involved, but they were not predominant. Personal ambition has never created anything of value in the world. Only a greater initiative, born of knowledge within individuals and combined with the knowledge of others who are working in concert with them, can produce something of greater value. For those who have chosen the way of knowledge and are in the wandering in the desert phase, There's little assurance that they will produce anything of value at any time for anyone. There is no assurance of success. There is no fame, no glory and no wealth. They will not win love or money. They do not know what they will get out of the situation. They are only doing it because they must do it. Either their former life proved to be too painful or they experience something else calling them, usually a combination of both. What they will produce, they cannot say. Who they will be, they cannot say. What they will have, they cannot say. It is up to the greater power now. They are standing by, willing to carry on whatever is necessary. They are truly motivated. Their result is beyond them. They can now be primary participants in achieving a concrete result or a mysterious result, whatever it may be, but they don't know what they are creating. They are only participating in creation now. Now they have greater promise. Yet, there are many pitfalls along the way. They can make many errors, particularly if they try to regain control and determine the nature and the direction of their pursuit. But if they do not do this, they will come to realize the reality of knowledge, the direction of knowledge, and the expression of knowledge in their individual lives. To experience knowledge, you must follow knowledge. To value knowledge, you must follow knowledge. To comprehend knowledge, you must follow knowledge. You cannot stand apart from it and have an understanding of it at all. You cannot accurately say, well, I had an experience of intuition and that is all it is. Knowledge is greater, much greater. You must follow it to know it. And to know it, you will have to proceed without ambition. To begin this journey, you must have your own ambitions fail. Actually, they do not fail. You simply begin to realize what they are and what they produce. This looks like failure because you think that without your ambitions you are nothing and are going nowhere. So, the experience of failure attends this great recasting of your life. As you proceed, a greater mind within you will begin to emerge and will be the source of your direction, your accomplishment and your meaning. This you cannot find. You can only participate and learn as you go. How simple and yet how difficult this is for people who, because they are disassociated from God, are attempting to be God in their own lives. Either they willfully take control of their lives or they give up in submission to an idea of God, a distant God, a God who will not advise them. Either of these extremes, and all of the positions in between them, are governed by ambition. The dominating person is willing to be responsible. The submissive follower is not willing to be responsible. But they are in the same category because of what motivates them. To know that knowledge is real, to understand its presence and its expression in your life, you must follow it not thinking that it will do everything for you, but realizing that it will give you the things that you need to do. It will move you towards certain things and away from others. It will allow an opportunity for new people to join you and for old ones to depart. This happens without ambition. Think of ambition like this: it is an attempt to make separation work. It is an attempt to make your individual, self-created self satisfactory. This pursuit must fail for you to begin to realize that you have a greater life that exists without your self-definition but that needs your assistance and all of your energy for its expression. This is a new life, a new impulse, a new motivation. It is rare because few have undertaken it. It is great because it extends beyond the boundaries of human ambition. It is mysterious because its source is beyond the world. It is helpful because it yields a greater result and generates satisfaction in people. The next time you ask yourself, what do I really want? Ask yourself a different question. Ask yourself, what would I seek if I did not want anything? Ask yourself this different question, and new questions will come to mind to ask. This is a different kind of questioning and leads in a different direction. If you believe that your attempts at fulfillment are satisfactory, then go spend time with people who are further along in their pursuit than you are and see what kind of results they are producing. Look at the quality of their lives. Look at the degree of their satisfaction. Look at their ability to be in relationship, to experience affinity and community. Do they inspire you or does what they own inspire you? It will be no different for you. Win or lose, you will miss the essence of life. That is why you must choose again and ask a new kind of question of yourself.